What is up, everybody? It is Thursday morning, April 1st, our last day of school before spring break. Let's get into the announcements for today. All right, so we have some birthdays from yesterday. We've got Sophie Hawkins, London Rhodes, and Silas Wintle. And then birthdays tomorrow are Miss Salome, Geneva Conley, and Mia Roby Griffith. So no birthdays today, but we've got some celebrations from yesterday and then some for tomorrow as well. All right, and some student shout-outs. So some student shout-outs from Mrs. Hollis. Thank you to Shawnee D, Ava A, Kayla S, Paige H, Diana D, and Kamora D for being pros while she had a substitute this week. He said that all 6 of you are respectful, kind, and hardworking. I appreciate you ladies demonstrating what it means to be a cruiser. Keep up the great work. Awesome job to all of you. It's really important that we are following our PRO acronym even when there are substitutes in the building. So that's an awesome job to those students. We appreciate you doing the right thing regardless of which staff member is in the class. Also, and this is from me, a thank you to Amaya Hines, who worked with me to find a solution to an issue that we had on Tuesday. Maya, I really appreciate you being willing to work with me to come up to a solution that I think benefited all of us. So kudos to you, Amaya. It's been nice watching you kind of grow and mature over the last couple of years to now to the point where you and I can have a conversation and come up with a solution to an issue. So I'm really proud of you. All right, staff shout out. This is from Mirage. She says she wants to shout out all the teachers in 4th period Mr. Scud's class. So that goes out to Mr. Scud's, Miss Salome, and Miss Abar for being so helpful. And we're not going to talk about the cutout of Taylor Swift. Maybe that's for the better. That thing creeped me out yesterday. I was walking through the halls, and just out of the corner of my eye, I saw the lights were off, and it looked like somebody was standing in Mr. Scud's room. And sure enough, it was that Taylor Swift cutout. All right. So again, if you want to send any shout outs to myself or to Mr. Bryson for when we come back from spring break, you can go ahead and email those to us. And there are email addresses. All right. Another request. If you are interested in joining middle school band, sign up today at groveportmadisonbands.org. Even if you are a current student here and you've not participated in band but would like to for next year, go ahead and go to groveportmadisonbands.org for more information. All right, so we did get some questions, and these are some unique questions. So one of the questions that we got is, what is more believable? A leopard moose camel with a 6-foot neck, aka that being a giraffe, or a horse with a horn, aka a unicorn? Mr. Bryson says a unicorn, they are real. A little duct tape and a paper towel roll is an instant unicorn. And I would actually agree with that. With my daughter, one of her favorite books is a book called Thelma. And it's about this little horse that wants to be a unicorn, and she gets a carrot for a horn, and she gets splashed with a truck that had pink paint and sparkles on it. And sure enough, there you go. You've got a unicorn. So I agree. A unicorn is more believable. And then, would you rather have no taste? That should say or be colorblind. Mr. Bryson says colorblind because he likes food way too much. I think that if I had to have one or the other, I think I would go with no taste. Being able to see colors, I don't know. I feel like now that I've done that, if I couldn't differentiate between colors, I think it would really mess me up. And if I didn't have taste, I'd probably be in better shape because I would just eat really healthy. So I'm going to go with, if I had to pick one, I would choose no taste. And we also had some questions, and I think these were from Ms. Heckey's class. Should kids be required to learn how to write in cursive? Mr. Bryson says yes, because then you can read cursive. The more you know, the better. I'm going to go ahead and agree with Mr. Bryson. I like to read a lot of history stuff, and sometimes that includes diaries from a long time ago or letters from people, and a lot of times they wrote in cursive, and so it's nice to be able to read that. So I would agree, yes. Would you rather talk like Baby Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader? So I've actually never seen the show. I think it's called The Mandalorian that's out now that so many people like. I've never seen it. I'm not a huge Star Wars person, but I think I would go with Breathe Like Darth Vader, just because what Mr. Bryson says. He says Breathe Like Vader for sure. Can you imagine the dramatic effect on the announcements? And I'm going to agree. I think you could really, I don't know, scare some people or freak some people out with that heavy breathing. And then would you rather walk like Baby Yoda or have Mando's suit? Mr. Bryson says the suit would be the logical answer, but what purpose would it serve? So with that in mind, I say walk like the green fuzzball. And I'm going to say that I have no idea what either of those things are. I have no clue. So I'll just agree with Mr. Bryson because he's never steered me wrong. All right, I want to remind you that we do have a 2-hour early release today. We will dismiss at 12:50. Staff and students, you guys both have the bell schedule. I sent that to you on Tuesday in separate emails. So if you are confused at some point today about what the bell schedule is, you have it in your email. I want to remind you to be a pro today. All right, positivity, respectfulness, and ownership will take you far. I hope that you have a terrific day today and a fantastic spring break. Hopefully we get some nice weather. And as always, it is great to be a cruiser.